back in session, right?
Yeah, court is back in session
Everybody.
indeed.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty great. How about you?
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
I got a new
cool.
monitor.
Nice.
Did you know?
I can now watch this game in 140 frames per second.
Oh, that's so exciting for you.
I know,
How many
right?
frames does this game have?
This
30 or 60
visual novel
maybe.
that is mostly still
Yeah.
images?
The frame
Look
rate
at
is
him
going to be
blink.
very important. Ooh.
Watch the judge blink.
Ooh.
So smooth.
So cool.
But because we did that, audio needs to be asked. So the way I'm setting up audio is that I am feeding it through the monitor to the computer, not through the console itself, because that caused problems when I used the PlayStation setup and accidentally may have broken my audio input on my controller. Oops. So I found the workaround where I do it through the monitor instead, but that means new monitor question audio good?
How do we sound, chat?
How
How does the game audio
how
sound?
we sound?
It might
How
be a
are things?
little loud looking at the bars. We're turning them a little bit down, but tell me if that's...
Might help if I talk a bit.
You know.
Come into the rest. Taka 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 taka.
Taka taka taka.
Carry me, holy.
Taka.
Takity takity.
Taka, 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 taka. Oh my, wow. Oh.
Is it now time though for the ace of the attorneys?
I think so. We're gonna go in a few lines with Wander Judge, and then we're gonna have a talk.
We're gonna ace this.
Turn it down.
Okay, so when I came into the call, Mark was there, and then Saps came in, and they started talking about me, and it was making me nervous.
No. We weren't talking
No, no.
I was
about
like,
you.
oh,
We were talking about...
or maybe
No.
Lunar, and then
Water.
Lunar came in, and I was like, Lunar, they're talking about us. I'm
Yeah,
scared.
no.
We were talking about casting. We were talking about
We're
casting.
talking about everyone but me and Ark.
Yeah, basically.
So don't
It wasn't
worry
mention
about
of
it.
Jay.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
No, it ended
I
up
wasn't
with
even
Lunar
worried
being
before,
mentioned
now
as
I
well.
am.
Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
We
It's fine.
said the magical words, don't worry about it. That means you should stop worrying.
It'll all make sense.
No, those magic words are bullshit.
Give me 2 minutes or less, and it'll all make sense.
Anxiety. At any rate,
Court is now back in session.
During our recess, a bullet was found in and dug out of the clown's head.
Well, this is news. And the rifling marks?
There wasn't time to do a detailed analysis,
God damn it.
though they did find the weapon type matches the murder weapon.
Why not just hold off on the trial until we have enough time to get them?
Well, that's not very conclusive, is it?
We have, isn't Japanifornia like, we only have 3 days for all these trials. So they
Yeah,
gotta
we have
go
great
fast.
rules. We have really great rules and laws around here.
yeah.
Yeah, you know, they need to catch up with the crimes. They don't want to wait for like 2 years before they trial someone.
Constitution? What's that?
Which is why I'm about to call my very decisive witness.
Your decisive witness? How many times have I heard those words? Though they often turn out to be far less decisive than you think.
Oh, don't worry on my account. I'm quite confident that this witness will do the job. After all, he's intimately acquainted with the players in our little production. Being the other half of Truth Gramarye's famous duo, Zach Balance. What do you say?
Zach and Balance.
Zach and
Zach and?
Balance. What do you say, Eric?
Game audio.
Goof
Game
is
audio.
not
I already turned it down.
No.
Okay,
Yeah, that
sorry,
was from
might
a
be.
bit ago.
Valiant Gramarye. So, we get to meet the great Magnifi's other disciple.
So this
Okay,
is
now
what
we
we're
need to
talking
talk.
about it.
We need to have a talk, guys. This character was impossible to cast.
Hi.
Impossible. I had to give him to Saps because it couldn't work with anybody else. But now we have this scene, and Clavier is already here, and Saps is voicing him.
Hi.
It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare, guys. We have our choice.
When he
could
grows up, he
basically
becomes me, but...
Yes, Baby Valiant doesn't sound like Saps yet. He has to grow into that, I guess. We could either have Lunar Judge and Wander Valiant, or the opposite.
Huh.
Hmm.
Your choice.
Wander, who do you want?
Could I stay as the judge?
Sure.
All right.
All right.
It's
All right,
it's
thank you.
done.
Cool.
Has been
This is gonna be
done.
weird, but okay.
Well, I haven't seen Maya yet, so...
Don't worry about it. Perhaps we'll start by asking your name and occupation.
Valiant Gramarye, magician.
And you're the decisive witness, are you? You can prove your partner's guilt?
Fate, the grand illusion, filled with traps and tricks.
Wait, the shooting took place in that hospital after 11 o'clock at night. If you're a witness, does that mean you were there that late?
If none were to deduce this logically, the conclusion is yes.
Even one.
Even
Logically? One might
Logically?
say scientifically?
Yes. Okay. I always get the characters, don't I? Why are they always characters, you know?
Because it's more fun that way. I have an interesting fact for you. You see, several days before the crime, my witness received this.
That looks very familiar.
Wait. That's the same letter Zach Grammary received.
Yes. Or perhaps I should say, ta-da!
Oh my god, your hair.
Order, order, order.
Valid crew retribution accent along with his mustache.
He worked very hard on it. On both.
And what does it say? Surely not the same thing.
Perhaps you should see for yourself.
Why, it's practically the same. The court accepts this into evidence.
Is this the thing that Vera faked? One of these?
Alright, check the times.
11:20.
13th, 11:20.
That's later, isn't it? Yeah.
11:05.
Hmm.
I can't examine any other but this, but you know.
This is most unusual. What exactly was going on with you folks? What exactly was your troop of grammary up to?
By which do you mean?
You realize the accent made his stage persona better.
Yeah.
More mysticism behind his skills.
I'm just having trouble with this, envisioning a man who would ask his students to kill him.
I know one.
Both of them, no less.
Ooh.
He's yellow. He's like the giant Walmart icon.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that guy.
It's just my opinion, Harry Judge. But from these letters, I'd say he was coercing them, not asking them.
We walked the magician's path together, and in so doing, shared much of our lives. When people are so close, there is strain. A warping of relations, you might say. Yet this has nothing to do with the case at hand.
By which you mean you're not going to tell us.
Nope.
Which makes me wonder even more about this reason they couldn't refuse.
Well, let's get on with the testimony for starters. The defendant, Zach Grammary, stands accused. Tell us why.
Ain't nothing.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a... Oh, I'll do more than that. For where he walks, the red roses rise, singing hymns to the miracle that is magic.
Fascinating, though I hardly need to remind you that the evidence could just as clearly point to you as the suspect. The letter, the murder weapon, and now the two bullets found at the scene.
In fact, the only difference seems to be the designated time.
As every magician knows, timing is everything.
Comedians know.
Yeah. And now it is time to get this party fired up.
That night, I visited the hospital room that the time Magnified requested. The smell of gunpowder hung in the room, and my mentor had taken his final bow. I did not imagine my fellow student might have received the same instructions. Yet a deal with a deed is still a deal. Death's sweet kiss I gave to the clown.
A deal with the deed.
A deal with the deed. Dead. Dead. The deed was done, you see.
I see.
Oh, the dead deed.
Then I informed the doctor and the police.
So you were the one who reported the crime.
Indeed. I would think.
Indeed.
This fact alone should clear my name of suspicion.
Let's not jump to any conclusions.
Yes, the cross-examination generally comes to the conclusions in the... The cross-examination generally comes before the conclusions in this court.
Generally.
I've known to be quick on the draw before. But if your testimony proves to be true, then the defendant, Zach Gramery, is guilty.
And if it wasn't Zach Gramery, then the killer was you, Valent. And no disappearing act will get you out of that. You're toasty. Coming after you. Hold it!
Hold it.
Hold it.
Which, according to the letter, was 11:20 p.m.
Indeed. In magic, timing is everything.
Right.
Consider the illusion of teleportation. If I were to appear on stage before my stunt double has left, how would that look?
So you use stunt doubles now.
Why, it would reveal the very secrets of my magic.
Now that you revealed the very secret of your magic for all of us, let's move on. You went to the designated time. And what did you see?
So, you weren't worried for your own safety at all? I mean, you smelled gunpowder, yes? What if the shooter was still nearby?
I did not consider this, to be honest. It is forbidden for a magician to have a good imagination.
What? Hang on. Really? What? Isn't magic all about illusions and imagination? Well, how about this? You were the shooter, which is why you weren't afraid. Yeah.
Now, you are the one who is imagining.
It is you who are imagining.
It is forbidden for a lawyer to have a good imagination.
The witness will refrain from pausing so suspiciously before responding. My forbidden imagination is starting to imagine things.
That's why it's forbidden.
Very
Quite
good line.
specifically.
This brings some good judging.
Yeah. Which brings us back to this reason neither of you could refuse.
So it does. And my partner, he did not refuse.
But Magnifi wrote the same thing to you. Why do you refuse if Zach couldn't?
Because I have a will of steel, of course. I also do this trick where I bend steel bars, so perhaps steel isn't all so strong.
So which is it?
Mind if I continue?
Yeah.
Too bad.
By the way, Jay, how is it not being speaking for once?
I'm afraid to know why I was not offered as him, but I'm waiting to find out.
Well, it's because, well, yeah, you'll see. There were
Yeah.
two bullet holes at the scene. One in the victim and one in the clown. You're saying the one who shot the clown was you?
No doubt my partner Zach had said much the same thing.
Got it. You're wrong, man.
Yeah, because whoever didn't shoot the clown committed murder. I better dig around here a bit more and see what I turn up. Mr. Valent, let me ask you something else concerning the crime scene. Namely...
What do we ask?
Number of pistols.
Hey, guy,
Oh, yeah.
how many pistols were there when you entered the room?
By which you mean what, precisely?
2 pistols were used in the Zach and Valent quick draw shoot-up, correct? 1 for each of you.
you are all informed, yet only one of my old friends sat in the hospital room that night.
What did Zach tell me back in the lobby?
Flashback. This is Jay.
This
This
is
is
Jay.
This was Jay.
No, of course, I had no intention of shooting my mentor.
This is part of it.
I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time and found there upon his bedside a table 2 pistols. Took the pistol I had fired and placed it in my pocket.
I see no problem with that statement. Only one pistol is visible in the photograph of the crime scene, after all.
So you picked up that pistol and fired.
Indeed I did. Alakazam, alakazing, alakaboom.
Pokemon Company really is running out of ideas. Is the number of pistols really so important?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The number of pistols is quite important, Your Honor.
Very well. Please add this detail to your testimony.
What can I do but obey?
Disobey.
But I would never do that.
That would take imagination.
Exactly.
So you took the only pistol there and fired it.
That's correct.
And that pistol was this one, which was left at the crime scene?
Good show. I see you two are a magician of sorts.
And you're an idiot of sorts. I'm very sassy today. Do you have any idea
I
what you
miss
just said?
you, Phoenix.
Yeah. Do you have any idea what you just said?
I see the fire in your eyes as you glare at the witness. So how about heating up this trial a bit? These slow ballads bore me.
I've got a hunch, but maybe that's all it is. Maybe I should ask about something else.
Are you sure that led nowhere? Because
Is
Well-
it just something in our testimonies now? Can
Are
we
they
pick
trying
any
to
one of
say
these?
that we need to like either present something here or something else?
I would say, because the pistol only fires one bullet, and yet there were 2 bullets at the scene.
Ah, that's true.
And
So maybe it's no need.
yeah.
So no need then.
On second thought, let's run with this testimony for a while longer.
Let's
I
press the
would say
last one
present the
though.
gun. Oh yeah.
Present gun.
So you informed the police. What did you do then?
What do you suppose I did? Used my magic to levitate my mentor's corpse, perhaps.
Yes.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Now, please answer the question and skip the sarcasm.
After I made my report, I called a doctor and we returned to the room. While we waited for the police to arrive, we discussed stomach medicine.
We confirmed this with the doctor. It all checks out. He praised Mr. Valle's knowledge for stomach medicine, in fact.
It is an honor I do not deserve, but I accept.
Both of Magnafy's students received the same letter. Both admit to having gone to the hospital. 2 bullets were fired, and one of them killed Magnafy. Time to find the cracks in his testimony.
So is this testimony we're thinking of?
Yes.
Do we have evidence that there was 2, or is it just Zach's word?
Well, I mean, the contradiction is that the gun only fires 1 bullet,
Yeah, okay.
and yet there are 2.
Okay.
Like, according to him, the gun had already been fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
So
Let's
present
try
it.
it. Yeah, go for it.
Objection!
Yeah!
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
According to the defendant, Zach Gramery, when he entered the room, there were 2 pistols on that table.
2?
Out of hand.
One of those pistols he used to shoot the clown in the forehead. Then he left with it in his pocket.
Of course, this is what he would say. Unlike the hapless clown, we must assume our defendant has some brains in his head.
Well, what about Mr. Valent? What about what Mr. Valent has told us? You see, there's something about his testimony that doesn't make sense.
What might that be? I told you, I took the pistol that was there and shot the clown.
Mm-mm. That's your story, at least.
Huh?
But the rifling marks tell us a very different story, Mr. Valent. Recall what Prosecutor Gavin told us.
We compared bullets taken from the victim's skull with a bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullet were a perfect match.
Hey!
Oh.
Hey! Mr. Valent, if you fired this pistol, then you shot the victim in the forehead.
Order, order, order! Well, this is all rather sunny.
Objection! What have I done?
Prosecutor Gavin?
I owe the court an apology. Sorry.
Don't you dare.
Sorry for what?
Update the autopsy report on
You see, I was unaware of that two of these unique pistols were crafted.
Oh my god.
The analysis of the rifling marks only proved the type of gun that fired them.
Objection! But that's not what you told us before. You said you'd verified the murder weapon.
Which is why I'm apologizing to you now. Quite sincerely, I might add. Would you hold me accountable for a mistake made in my youth?
That was just
Yes.
this morning.
I'm still
That
young.
is what the legal
I'm
system is
still young.
for.
And I might add, it wasn't really my fault. If the defendant had only admitted he took one pistol from the scene of the crime, you would not be having this pleasant discussion now.
Valent Grammary?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're presented in this court as a decisive witness. But you've proven to be more divisive than decisive.
You'll see in time.
Eh?
The testimony so far has merely been a review of the facts. The proof comes next.
Care to elaborate, Prosecutor Gavin?
When Mr. Valent entered the hospital room, the victim had already been shot. As his next testimony will prove, right, the real fight is about to begin.
Bring it.
Very well, the witness will now testify to the court. Help us determine who shot what.
I arrived in the hospital room at the appointed time, which is to say, 11:20 p.m. After discovering the body, I fulfilled my obligation, then called in the doctor. The doctor examined the body before the police arrived. He was quite clear about the time of death, 11:10 p.m. And the one in the room at the time was my partner, not me.
Those times are rather close, you have to admit. You're talking about an alibi established over a matter of minutes. To use a 10-minute discrepancy as the basis of your alibi.
It's easy to explain this situation. Herr Judge, for example, take our debut hit
You
single.
just interrupt me in the middle of a statement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very well then, carry on.
Take our debut hit single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love. Cue to the song, press the play button, and it will play for 2 minutes 15 seconds. Do it 100 times, the result will be the same.
Their debut single was only 2 minutes and 15 seconds long? What a ripoff.
Magic is a word of utmost precision. Hocus pocus requires admirable focus. And in the time of death determined by the doctor, there is an incontrovertible truth.
Very well, the prosecution warns us that we're dealing with rather precise times. And we can expect the cross-examination to require the same level of precision.
I would hope the defense refrains from its customarily broad, sweeping accusations. Lest we blur the focus this case so clearly demands.
Point taken. Baseless remarks will result in a penalty. Carry on, Mr. Wright.
Carry on. Right.
So we can't press?
I know you guys
No, we
want me
can
to, I will do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking at the penalty bar, I think we can, or the health bar, I think we can press.
Alright.
Okay, yeah.
Isn't
sure.
that there always?
Well, normally
Well, I
when
think-
you're in a situation where you can lose health, it like blinks a little.
It blinks,
I-
yeah.
I don't think it does that when it goes like no pressing.
I mean, I have no idea.
I feel like no pressing has only ever happened one other time in the game. So I don't know.
It rarely
Can try.
happens.
11:20 p.m. Can you prove that that's when you arrived?
Alas, such a feat may be beyond even the great valor. For there was no one in that room but Magnifi, and he was departed after a fashion.
I have here a defendant Zach Gramery's sworn deposition. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time. It was 10 minutes before I left the room, but the victim was still alive.
The time indicated by this letter to Zach was 11:05 p.m.
Exactly. Which means the witness could not have entered that room before 11:15. Because his partner was still in the middle of his crime.
I see someone did their arithmetic homework.
You see, the defendant himself has corroborated with the witness's testimony.
Does that all make sense?
Well, we can say it's a contradiction here, but we can penalize. I got it. Let's
Wait,
wait.
so what are they asking
Let me look
for?
at the history.
I read it wrong on the bracery.
He's saying he could not have entered the room before 11:15 because the other guy was still there.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that makes
Uh,
sense, right?
If he was waiting there, should he have heard of another gunshot?
So,
that the
is
idea?
what they're saying that our client said he was there for 10 minutes before he left, so he was there from 05 to 15,
Yes.
which means that the window that the other guy could have been there, like he could not have gotten there any earlier than 15 after.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're not saying when Val arrived, they're just saying when Zach left, so...
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I think
I don't think there's a
probably fine.
contradiction there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see any problem with that testimony.
If you say so. Let's continue, shall we?
Sometimes the most magical thing of all is the truth.
Hold it. You speak Virginian? You walk in on the murder, and the first thing you do is shoot the clown?
I've been practicing my Virginian. Thank you for noticing.
That's very impressive.
The disciple does what the disciple must. My mentor's request without reason had caused for me to surfeit of sorrow.
Sure.
For what would I, Valant, be now without him? May the soul of Magnifi the Great find greater peace above.
Yeah, something to say, Jake.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, Meg. What would that would make the I was gonna say invalid, which made more sense with the previous line.
Understandable. There.
I was stopped by Norwegian delay.
Ah,
You monster!
right there!
This I mutter to myself as I pulled that lonely trigger.
In any case, I believe this is nothing more than what we have already learned. I'm still waiting for one of those bright moments, Herr Attorney.
They'll remind you the basis remarks will earn penalties. Proceed with that in mind.
Yes, Your Honor. What a pain this is turning out to be. Did the doctor say anything concerning the cause of death?
Why, yes. I believe he screamed, "My God, he's been shot in the head!"
It doesn't take a doctor to notice that. I probably would have screamed the same thing.
And I would have penned the requiem that arose in my soul at that horrid sight.
Whatever happened to good old-fashioned investigation?
Not my job. In any case, I believe this is nothing more than what we have already learned. I'm still waiting for one of those right moments.
Yes, Your Honor. Are they telling us to go back to that first one and say that there's a problem?
I don't know.
I don't think I'm stepping out on a limb to say that I have some doubts about this. How could the doctor be so precise with the time? He's a doctor.
We do usually only get an estimated time of death. I'm not sure if I've heard of a verified time of death.
Magic revels in making the complex appear simple, but reality is the opposite. What appears complex in this case is a simple matter of subtraction.
I see another person has done their arithmetic homework. Oh, ho, ho.
The point here is the IV the victim was taking. It's quite visible in the photograph of the scene. Recall what we heard earlier about the victim. Magnifique Grammar is scheduled. Every night at 11 p.m. or 11, Magnifique took an IV drip for 30 minutes.
I can see the IV bag right there, yes.
Now, look a little closer. Follow the tube down from the bag to the end.
Ah, the needle's been removed.
Obviously, it fell out when the victim was shot.
That would seem to be the case. We assume.
When the needle comes out, the IV no longer drips.
Ah, you could just measure the remaining IV liquid.
Precisely. The IV liquid functions, for our purposes, as an hourglass of sorts. This is how the doctor determined the time of death. From the amount remaining in the bag, it was determined that the IV had stopped 10 minutes after administration began. That's very relevant evidence.
Yeah, that's good to have. And so it was. When I, Valent, entered that room, 10 minutes had passed since that horrible crime was committed. And this is proof.
Well, Mr. Wright?
Just really quick, just look at that. Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Wait. Can we look at that again, actually?
Yes, we can. Actually.
10 minutes after administration began. It started at 11 though, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And if he... Okay, yeah, so then he would have been 11:10. Would have been time of death, yeah.
Okay. Did that seem important? Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yep. Seems
Yeah, that's pretty important.
That's pretty important. Well, seeing how it is the biggest clue we have to the time of death, I'd say it's very important.
Agreed. It would be hard to imagine a more precise way to determine the time. Oh, the power of arithmetic! Oh!
You're really hung up about this, Herr Judge.
The
Say
secrets
that.
of the universe! Very well. The witness will add this detail to his testimony.
Sometimes the most magical thing of all is the truth. I've said this already, but it's true. The water of life springs not eternal. The remaining IV liquid proves my innocence.
Hold it! Did you notice the IV yourself by any chance?
When I first entered that room, the stench of gunpowder assailed me. Next to the mark of death upon my mentor's forehead. And then, his left arm did I spy, a rose, drooping and wilted. Thorn, the discarded IV needle.
Not from the vein by the force of the shot. Luckily for you.
You don't know that.
If that IV had not been there, why, you might have be a suspect.
Indubitably so. I might say it's thanks to my lucky color.
Your lucky color?
Indeed. Even today I wear it proudly upon my suspect self. For it always without fail brings me luck. Why, when Zack and Valant won their first Magician's Grand Prix. Yes, the very one held by the Association of International Magicians. I was adorned with this attire then, too, in our trophy. A bust. Ah, what a day that was.
This is one trip down memory lane no one needs. It's like, I don't want to remember Max at all.
My lucky color, yes indeed. And that IV, too. I say, I think 'twas hued especially for me, Valant.
That doesn't seem to be the case indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, any thoughts on this testimony?
Valant sure looks happy with himself. Okay, how about this lucky color testimony?
Can we look at the history? Further up.
More.
Further up.
Do you just want to go all the way?
No, too far.
I don't know where you. It's one.
A little down. Not from the shot.
Not in vain.
Maybe it's not in there. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Give this stuff. Thanks to your lucky color. Why is your lucky color useful here? Why does that matter?
I don't think that matters at all.
Was the IV yellow?
I think he's claiming that the IV was yellow.
It was green.
Well, maybe it just looks green because it's in a blue bag.
Oh. Maybe. But then how would he know? Oh? How would he know it was
Is
yellow in a
that
blue bag?
The contradiction?
Unless he saw
sure.
it leaking out.
contradiction here.
Oh, I
This
think
is
maybe
a
there
stupid
is.
contradiction, but sure, there's a contradiction.
Contradiction.
Fuck
It
you,
certainly
you're
sounds.
colorblind.
That shit is
certainly-
green.
It certainly sounds like your lucky colors brought you plenty of luck, but not this time. Mr. Valant, your lucky colors betrayed you.
I'm afraid you've lost me.
Your Honor, the witness's testimony just now clearly contradicts the evidence.
What? Please recall my warning at the beginning of this cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Baseless accusations will be duly penalized. I do hope this latest accusation is well-based.
Oh, with his face,
Totally based.
even better.
Okay.
Don't worry, I've got all your bases right here.
All your base are belong to us, Mr. Wright.
I'm colorblind.
Very well, let's hear the defense's claim. Where is your evidence that it contradicts what Mr. Valon has told us?
So do we want to present this?
Green.
Sure.
Color theory.
Excellent.
The crime scene tells all, Your Honor. Color theory.
The photo of the crime scene?
All this talk of color has me yearning for black and white, clear-cut simplicity. Tell us, Right, just where is the contradiction in this photo?
My pleasure. And I assure you it's quite simple. But I can't promise anything in black and white.
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say.
On a scroll.
What's the testimony?
It's the
Is
clown.
it the clown?
No.
Is
It's
this
the other
is the gun?
clown.
Is it the
It's the
bullet
gun.
wound?
It's his nips.
No bien.
Snips.
Is it his nipple?
They're so close together.
Is it the IV bag? Muy bien. Good
Valid
job.
grammar. Yay! If Phoenix gets a little hit of dopamine in his brain, he doesn't know why. Valiant Grammary, let's get one thing straight about your lucky color. It's yellow, yes?
Kind of takes the mystery out of it, but yes.
Devil's mystery?
Something wrong with yellow, Mr. Wright? Got a problem with yellow?
You
Yes.
son of a bitch.
Yes, I do.
Fuck you.
Well, fuck you,
God.
Judge. Come on, come on.
Athena,
Fuck you.
Athena will have a talk to you about this.
I don't even know who that is
Get
yet.
him.
Who's
He
that?
hates yellow.
Who
That's
is
my favorite
Athena?
part of Bafaleaf.
That's a fake person.
Big person. Made them up. Boffaleaf, that's real. Yes, there is. Decisively wrong, in fact. Take another look at the photo of the crime scene.
What's this? What's this? Something in the
Confusion, doubt. Tell us, what do your elderly eyes spy?
Cataracts.
Orcs! Even my elderly eyes can see a problem here, Mr. Vlad. Look at that IV bag.
What is this? What foul magic?
A weird K.
It would be hard to call the IV liquid yellow. And I'm afraid no magic was involved in the taking of this photograph. Ooh, got him. Ooh, that's good.
Allah. Alakazam!
Bunnies!
Oh, they're cute.
Hold on. I need to see the better bunnies.
Yeah, give me see these bunnies again.
Order. What does this mean? Bunnies.
Oh,
Can I
yeah,
pick
hang
one?
on. Yeah.
hang
Oh,
on.
well,
Can
we'll
I have a
go
look at these
back.
bunnies?
This is important. This is important.
Utmost.
There's no magic. No magic involved.
Yeah.
The string of flags.
There's a
They're
dove. There's a
cute.
dove down there too.
I didn't even notice the
Yeah.
dove.
How
Cute.
dare they?
I feel much better.
Denmark!
Got him.
What
Anyways.
did Denmark do?
Back to it.
Not Norway.
Objection!
This is some kind of mistake.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin. Your witness is a mistake.
The greener they are, the harder they fall. Got 'em. Yeah, I suppose there's no substitute for experience. 3 years of experience. Valiant Grammary, as you reminded us several times, your lucky color is yellow, but the IV is clearly not.
Well,
This contradiction can mean only one thing.
Objection!
And to think, you almost had me.
Hmm?
I see your true colors now, Ace Attorney Phoenix, right?
Something you'd like to tell us, Prosecutor Gavin? As far as the squad can tell, the witness's testimony does not contradict the evidence. Or does contradict the evidence.
Yes, a contradiction. one that I shall be pleased to hand right back to Mr. Wright.
How do you mean?
How? Because the witness has made no mistakes. I agree, at a glance, the IV liquid does appear a sort of greenish yellow. But I assure you, the liquid itself is quite yellow.
Yellow liquid? How can you say that? It was piss?
I'm sorry, but yeah.
Oh! As far as I can tell from this photo, it's green.
Yes, but what color is the IV bag itself?
Oh my god. The bag? You mean the plastic bag on the hook?
It looks like a, what to say, light blue?
Precisely. You got it out yet?
Sort
But
of an azure, maybe? A cerulean? Is it cerulean?
Put the yellow liquid in a blue bag, and
You get green.
this, incidentally, is the liquid's true color.
I see.
Unfortunate.
No,
Lemon
IV.
Gatorade, yeah. Your explanation does have a ring of truth to it.
No.
Objection!
Mm-mm. As I thought. There's no substitute for experience, Prosecutor Gavin.
What?
You may tell a good tale, but you've just proven something rather grave, for you that is.
Grave?
The liquid in the IV is yellow, yes. But how did this witness know that? It's quite unnatural when you think about it. You did think about it, didn't you?
Ah.
Your Honor, the defense requests an explanation from the witness. At the scene of the crime, the IV liquid appears to be green. So let me ask, how did the witness know the IV liquid was actually yellow?
Hell yeah, this song.
Yeah!
Alakazoo OMG!
Those who don't know, Alakazmog?
Order! 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 Baffling, what are you doing with that boombox? Mr. Wright, I
just wanted to play it again! I dusted off the cassette tape!
Detective Gumshoe is breaking it down sexual style over there.
Oh shit, look at him go!
Oh no, he threw out the heap!
You will explain this at once. The Squid clearly knew the color of the IV liquid, so I'm sure it means something, but what?
I wasn't wicked and pale, I just slipped on the floor and I was just kind of falling down. This might have come from a personal experience, but I'm gonna
Get it, Richard!
I can think of only one possibility, Your Honor. The witness, Valiant Grammary, has testified that the IV liquid was yellow because... There.
He knew its color. He saw the liquid outside of the bag. I'm saying that he shot the guy, and then the needle popped out, and it, like the liquid dripped out of the some liquid dripped out of the needle.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So
thinking
he's-
he purposefully emptied the bag a little bit, or filled up the bag.
Ooh,
And
or
make
it
it
could be
Throughout the
that.
time?
If that is the takeaway, is it the third or the second option?
I don't know.
This is unclear. I guess the third one.
Yeah, the third one. I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm gonna say third.
From the facts before us, the answer is clear. The witness knew that the IV liquid was yellow. Why? Because he'd seen it before.
But that's the same thing.
But not
Maybe they
inside
were
the blue
alright.
bag that we see in the photo.
And I think it's essentially saying it's not the first one.
Could we have picked either option? That seems like maybe we could have picked either option.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He saw the liquid by itself in a clear, colorless bag.
I suppose he would have had to, but I'm still not clear as to what all this means.
Ask yourself, why would he know if he didn't work at a hospital? That's where you'll find your meaning, Your Honor.
Objection!
I'm afraid I find nothing. So what if you knew the IV liquid's color? Leave getting excited about absolutely nothing to other teeny bopper fans, yeah?
Objection!
Can I make a quick aside? Could we get a statement from the nurse, like the nurse or doctor who set up the IV, as to what color
Honestly,
bag they
yeah.
put?
Couldn't draw them. Too much effort. The IV liquid is the only evidence proving the time of death. A 30-minute hourglass with 20 minutes worth of sand remaining. Your claim, Prosecutor Gavin.
I remember it well, but like it was only yesterday.
It was 10 minutes
However,
ago.
there's a critical difference between an hourglass and an IV bag.
Oh, wait. Oh, I know. Pick me. An hourglass uses sand, but an IV bag uses liquid. I'm right. I'm right.
That's
Am I
the
right?
second thing. I'll let you get the second thing. How about that? As much as it pains me to say this, Your Honor. No, not quite. Sorry.
IVs use sand?
Yeah. There's an Ori joke in here somewhere. But unlike the sands through the hourglass, IV liquid enters the patient's body. At which point, like magic, it disappears. However, what if the amount of IV liquid had increased? You couldn't tell, could you? After all, there's no way of knowing how much went in.
Objection!
Let me get this straight, Harry Wright. You're saying the witness watered down the victim's IV bag.
Not with water, but with IV liquid. That's how you knew the IV liquid was yellow.
Now, wait. I said wait. You might be an amateur. How might an amateur such as myself essay to perform such a task?
Objection! I'm an amateur too, but I can pour water into a cup.
Objection!
No, you can't. Prove it.
Prove it!
Do it right now.
Do it,
Give me
boy.
some cups! Somebody bring some cups!
Do it, big boy! I bet you can't!
Here I go, and he does that trick where like he brings the cup closer to the ground, it's like a farther pour, and everyone's like, oh!
You spilled some.
Oh shit.
I'm afraid there's quite a big difference between a cup and an IV bag. Quite. Can you prove our witness is capable of such a feat?
He has a point, amateurs. What?
Called you out.
Did he just call like everyone amateur?
Yeah.
Compared to me, none of you've got shit.
I know my way around an IV bag. I didn't even read the line.
Yeah,
Sorry.
correct.
For some reason, that sounded like the line while I was looking away.
I at least would have some difficulty pouring IV liquid into that bag.
You don't need to be an expert to see the look on the witness's face. He added liquid to that IV to throw off the time of death.
I'm tired of these fairy tales lacking evidence.
Well, Mr. Wright, any solid evidence to bring us back down to earth?
Valid Grammary. I'm afraid your magic won't serve you well in a life of crime.
Might I ask what you're strongly suggesting?
You killed that dude. Magic relies on props, and props become evidence. Our witness was certainly able to increase the amount of IV liquid in the bag.
Are you accusing him of having imagination?
That would be illegal, so yes.
Imagination.
Uh,
All he had to do was work a little magic, and the prop was...
Can we look at the syringe? No sign of use.
But if there was another one that was disposed of...
Okay, sure. Yeah.
You wanna try this?
Yeah, submit.
The victim's syringe.
It's the perfect prop for the magically increasing IV trick. And easy enough for an amateur to use.
Objection!
What kind of evidence is that? The syringe was clean! Not a trace of liquid in it.
Objection! And don't you find that odd, Prosecutor Gavin? I think he's going a different direction than we did. The victim had the syringe to administer his insulin shots. There should have been traces of insulin left inside. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're so smart.
Well, Valent Grammary, I feel like our reasoning was also good. As you pointed out yourself, the IV liquid makes the perfect clock. One that you could manipulate at will.
Alakazam!
Flutter, flutter.
I'll be keeping a counter of how many times he does that animation.
I just need to see how many different doves can I get in the frame.
It's important that the court knows how many doves we gotta go catch now.
I have an important question to ask you.
Gumshoe has a very
Man.
important job ahead of him in the courtroom after this.
Oh no.
I'll
What you say,
get
Judge?
the net.
May I pet one of the bunnies?
Aww.
Oh, that's soothing. Oh yeah. So soft. You're so sweet. I do believe, well, with this being his first, that the burden of this trial has been a bit too much to bear for Prosecutor Gavin. It's okay, you'll get him next time, Tiger.
It's a bit rough.
Do you want to pet the bunny?
Aww.
There are two of them.
Come in.
Valent, you're going to jail.
I'm afraid, while there is a doubt as to the amount of IV liquid in that bag, time of death cannot be proven. And that brings our trial to a close for today.
Well, maybe I can squeeze an extra day out of this. I can do a little much-needed investigation work.
I see there are no objections according to the law.
Truly, there are no substitute for experience. Nothing blinds one to the truth so effectively.
Hmm?
A word to the wise. Underestimate the young and they'll sweep your feet out from under you. In a way you've never ever expected. You see, I know exactly what you're thinking.
Huh? What's he talking about?
You say the witness used the syringe to manipulate the levels of the IV liquid. But there is no proof.
There's no proof he didn't do it either.
Yeah, that's quite true.
Huh? He's admitting it?
Nor was this witness quite as decisive as I'd hoped. This, I admit, after all, why linger in the past when the future holds so much?
You have something in mind, Prosecutor Gavin?
Proof, Herr Judge. I have another way to prove my case. With evidence, no less.
Uh-oh.
What's this?
This is the victim Magnifi Grammary's diary.
Diary?
After going
He
into
died.
Sad. After going into the hospital, Magnifi began writing his memoirs, it seems. The story of his birth, his startling debut, and of meeting his disciples. It seems he intended for the last chapter to end, quite appropriately, with his death.
Wait, that book doesn't say what the reason was, does it? The reason why his disciples couldn't refuse his last request?
Sadly, it does not. What's important here is on the last page. Apparently the victim wrote in his journal that night, even after the IV had begun at 11 p.m. Let's read it, shall we?
This does appear to have been written just before his death. The court accepts this into evidence.
Let's watch the evidence. Sorry.
He's here. This is the last page. The diary ends here. Huh? What's this? It looks like a page was ripped out. Well now, isn't that interesting?
Can you read the other page though?
The back?
What do you mean, other page?
Well, I like this page.
Pencil trick. Use the pencil trick.
In the eye?
I already said this.
Yeah, I was just trying to like actually read the left side because we haven't read
Tonight's
it.
Yeah.
ID is in, maybe the last. I leave the rest of them. The first should come soon. This journal may end here or it may go on, but not long. That depends on his hand. All that is left to mine is to lay down this pen.
Okay. And the back. Nice face.
Okay.
Can we please do the pencil trick?
Boing, oing, oing,
Read the very last part with the particular can. God damn it!
Not that one.
Blah, 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 blah,
Blah, blah, blah, blah, blah, blah.
Is that
of
true?
course, by his, he refers to our defendant, Sacramento.
You're
That
guilty,
would make
big guy.
sense, yes. He was the first scheduled visitor, after all.
But look what he said before that. This journal may end here, or it may go on. It may go on. Magnific Grammar intended to write again. That is, if Sacramento didn't pull the trigger. Trigger. Blah, blah. I see the defense understands the meaning of this. The victim's diary does not go on. It ends. Because Magnific's life was brought to an end by the defendant, Sacramento.
Page is ripped out. Idiot.
Order, order, order. Prosecutor Gavin. Are you certain that Magnific Grammary wrote this?
There is no mistaking his handwriting.
What font does he use? Well, this does seem to be significant.
It's a font called handwriting.
According to this, Magnific did intend to continue his diary. Yet, if his diary ended here, which plainly it did,
Then the one who pulled the trigger was the first visitor, Sacramento. Well, how do you like me now, Harriet? Still too green for your taster?
I know you're baiting me.
But you're right.
And he's right about the diary being pretty clear. Still, I find it pretty hard to believe that he'd overlook such an obvious problem with this previous evidence.
Precious.
well, Mr. Wright, the witness's testimony we heard was lacking, but put together with this evidence, it seems quite sufficient for a case.
If the diary is accepted like this, the trial's over. Maybe it's time for me to show them something.
Can we look at the evidence or look at the diary in evidence again?
Just this one?
Yeah. Are we able to open this up and then examine the
No,
page?
it just, when I open it, it just immediately puts dialogue and closes it again. Like, I'm moving my stick around.
Oh.
And then dialogue, and as soon as the dialogue's
Oh,
over... Wait, what?
oh,
Yeah, is that the same as before?
okay.
Yeah,
I was
so
not
that-
paying attention to that dialogue. I was reading the actual diary entry.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's the same thing we saw 3 times before.
Yeah. Okay. We know that a page has been torn out. So just show them the diary.
So we show evidence?
Yes.
I'm left with no choice but to show my own evidence.
What? You have some evidence that overturns this diary?
It's not too late to rethink this and avoid more embarrassment.
Very well, please show us your evidence, Mr. Wright.
Incidentally, don't even think about showing us this diary I've just shown to the court.
Damn it.
There's a page
Let's
missing,
see.
you idiot.
Now that we've come this far, I hope you have something a little more decisive. Show us evidence that proves the victim continued writing his diary.
Do we have a piece of paper?
All right, I'd be happy to.
What? Yeah. Go back. No. Well. And what about the other
It's
note?
clearly that, right?
I mean, it matches the torn section.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Put it in the book.
I'd be happy to. The decisive evidence proving that the diary didn't end with this page is...
Yes?
That.
Take that. First, take a close look at this diary. Note that a page has clearly been ripped out.
What's this? I hadn't noticed that at all.
That's why we're still here talking about this. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page.
Alika, I don't believe it.
Alright, that was a little forced.
Looking at this page, Alika OMG wasn't.
No.
It's hard to imagine that the first visitor that night shot Magnifi Grammary. That's the defense's position.
Wait, let me see that. What in Sam Hill? Why, this is the continuation of the victim's diary.
Note the torn edge of the page. It's a perfect match with the torn remains of the last page in Magnifi's diary.
Quite remarkable.
Would you two care to explain what all this means, Herr Attorney?
The diary continued after his first visitor came, which means that the victim was still alive after Zach Grammary left, leaving no one to take his life but the second visitor. Valent Grammary.
No. No!
The handwriting too matches on the other pages. This is, without a doubt, the genuine article.
Is it?
Order, order, order.
But wait, that's impossible! That old man couldn't have written that.
Objection!
Finally. You just couldn't resist, could you, Herr Wright?
Resist what? Presenting solid evidence?
Herr Judge?
Yes? Prosecutor Gavin?
Might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to call a new witness.
But Prosecutor Gavin? This evidence overturns the current witnesses.
I ask only to put it on hold. Please. My new witness has a very, very important piece of testimony to give. 5 minutes, no more. I promise, Your Honor.
Well, if you put it that way, Mr. Wright, what's your take on this?
Well, Your Honor, judging from his enthusiasm, we'll have to hear this new testimony sooner or later anyway. So it might as well be sooner.
Then, though this is highly, highly irregular, we will put the current cross-examination on hold. The witness may step down. Now, Prosecutor Gavin, please bring the surprise witness to the courtroom.
I had a bad feeling just then. That ripped out page was too obvious. He must have known. And I should have known it was a bad sign all around.
Hey!
Hey.
Hey?
Holding trial with no audience is a first, even for me, Prosecutor Gavin.
I beg the court's understanding. But I had to make a judiciary deal with the witness to secure his testimony.
A judiciary deal?
The details of his testimony may have some legal ramifications, shall we say. I thought it best to contain the information to this room.
Very well. Any other witness, I gather?
You're off, JB.
Oh, I'm him?
You're him.
Yeah.
It's on the casting chart.
Oh. Where is that? I've not been able to
It
find it.
depends.
What?
It depends on general.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pen General.
Yes, yes, sir.
State your name and occupation for the record.
My name's Drew Misham. I'm a painter, air quotes. Painter? And you were somehow related to this case? No, well, not per se.
I have one simple question for this witness. Mr. Misham, was it? Do you know what this is?
Oh, yeah, I know it well.
How's that possible? Have you seen this diary page somewhere before?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I made it.
You what? You made it.
Yes, you might call it one of my, works.
The prosecutor's office received a tip-off yesterday. Legal evidence has been prepared for the trial of Zach Grammary.
Illegal evidence?
I initiated an investigation and found this witness. A painter to the world at large, Drew Misham has another side, you may say. He is skilled at making perfect reproductions of certain things. Forgeries, in other words.
Forgeries?
Yes, some only get 3 juries. I get 4.
Ow.
Wow.
Well, so we ought to understand that this page here is...
A fake. Prepared by a certain defense attorney.
Objection! Hold it! I didn't prepare this evidence!
Objection! It was planted.
Ah, the attorney speaks. Something about this page, I presume. But what is he saying? It makes no sense. After all, it was you who presented this evidence to us, Phoenix Wright.
Witness, Mr. Misham, was it? Who requested this forgery? Who was your client? That's... I do not know.
What?
Most of my clients prefer to remain anonymous, even to me. I make the items they want and receive my payment. That's the extent of my contract with them.
Objection! But there's no proof that this is a fake.
It's a fake.
That's not what proof is.
To avoid just this sort of problem, I always put a special mark on my works. I can say without a doubt that it is mine.
Mr. Wright, you have just presented illegal evidence to this court. My court.
It was careless of me. That's all I can say.
Oh boy. Here.
What's this?
I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important.
It was all a trap. A fatal trap.
Mr. Wright,
Yes.
do you have an explanation for yourself?
If I did, would the court hear it?
Probably not. Forging evidence is a serious crime. And presenting it in court, a serious mistake. A fatal mistake for an attorney.
Fatal, too, perhaps. For your client, I fear. Tell me, what kind of defendant relies on forged evidence? The answer is quite clear. A guilty one.
Objection! Your Honor, wait! I understand that presenting forged evidence in court is a serious crime. But you cannot hold my client responsible for actions that I undertook as an individual.
I am sorry, Mr. Wright.
Your Honor.
Another close call, I dare say. If the prosecutor's office hadn't received that hot tip, everything would have gone the way you wanted it to, yeah? I even gave you a chance. Too bad you decided not to think before embarrassing yourself.
I see no need for further discussion on this matter. Special witness dismissed.
Mr. Attorney,
Yes.
could I ask your name?
Phoenix Wright.
Mr. Wright, I have seen and studied many people, but none like you. I'll remember you, Mr. Wright.
Feelings mutual.
Though I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way, this trial is over. You have the right to find a new attorney and make an appeal. However, this court must...
Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Zack?
There is one thing I wish to make clear. Today in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. It is impossible.
I'm afraid the defendant is quite mistaken. I most certainly have the authority to declare a verdict on you.
Except tell me, how do you plan on announcing your verdict when your defendant does not exist?
Doesn't exist? What are you talking about?
I am talking about this!
Ah!
What?
Mystery Nick Bar!
Delightful!
Do it again!
Huh?
Oh my... Wow!
Encore,
that was a
encore!
fabulous illusion!
Encore! Yes, keep clapping!
Let him find his
Bravo,
escape!
bravo.
Find him! Quick! Make him do it again!
No, keep clapping!
Buff and Leaf, close all exits from the building.
Where did he go?
On the double, he must not be allowed to escape.
That day in the courtroom, a miracle occurred. The defendant, Shady Enigmar, aka Zach Gramery, did not just escape from the court. He literally, unbelievably vanished. Right before the bailiff's eyes. No one ever saw him again. Not since that day.
The fuck?
This is the Grumbly Miracle. You'll never find me.
No verdict was declared. After all, the defendant didn't exist. That's how it happened. The trial of magician Zach Gramery vanished, along with him for all eternity. The mysteries that remained behind were all solved, however, but not until 7 years later.
To be continued.
My stomach just rocked me through that section. I was like, oh, it feels terrible. Oh,
Yeah.
feels
What's
awful.
going on?
It's like you're playing Doki Doki Literature Club and you know exactly what's gonna happen. That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This I know beyond a doubt. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present. But you'll soon be finding all of this out for yourself. Which of Magnifi Gramery's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant, Zach Gramery, go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind?
Why did she stop wearing pink?
Mason.
Mason!
Hmm? The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth.
Science.
Huh?
But that's not
Fucking
all.
love science.
There are 4 keys in the present as well. And when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin.
This is some AI to Somnium style shit.
I didn't
Little
want to
bit.
say it!
A little bit. But first, you must chase the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game. Okay.
I guess that's pretty easy.
I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. It ended half-finished when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that?
Jumanji.
As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. My Magatama.
Right.
Nakatama!
It's back. What does it do, you ask? That I would have you see for yourself. Oh, that I would have you see for yourself. Well now, shall we begin? Press L and R to jump between the past and the present. But let's begin 7 years ago, in the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play.
This is a weird new mechanic to introduce in the last chapter.
Where
Nah.
do we want to
Time
go?
travel.
I like this trial a lot. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, where do you want to go, guys? Where are we going?
Detention center? Let's just go down
Okay.
the list.
Alright. The nightmare trial was over. And the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up and walk away. But I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. And besides, I had plenty of time, thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. It's 7 years ago. We don't get to know what month it is.
Do I continue to voice this character?
I think now it's fine if it goes back to Saps. That trial aged him considerably. What do you think, Sappy? What do you think?
I think that's fine, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Clavier gone. Clavier's gone.
Thank goodness.
What strange sights doth mine eyes behold? This trial aged me 7 years.
Yep. Excuse me?
2 men on either side of a single transparent page. Yet it seems fickle fate has switched sides, so to speak. The forger of fakes walks freely, while the innocent language is within these plexiglass confines.
There's been no proof that I forged anything.
Nor proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, these chains cannot hold me for long. The stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you?
piano in a cold little hole in the wall.
But since you are here, what shall we discuss?
The shooting of Magnifique Grimeri, for one. Who pulled that trigger? Valent or his partner, Zach? His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. Talk to me. I'm mad at you.
Badge!
They took our badge.
Aw,
They took our badge. I'm surprised we still have the evidence.
Yeah,
honest.
that's a little weird.
Right.
Yeah.
We've
Some
warned it all
pictures of
back
everything.
again.
Oh, good. Yeah, great. I guess it's not illegal anymore.
Yeah.
Hi, you. That guard keeps stealing glances in this direction and scratching his head. Maybe our resident magician showed him a trick or two. My hand was going to my head to scratch as I said that. Weird.
Art imitates life. Life imitates art.
I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent.
Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear and he never even touched it.
Glory spotlights always leave someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation.
Revealing what?
Zach Grammery killed Magnifique. It's as good as signed confession. As a signed confession.
That's certainly been public opinion's take on it.
I grow tired of my cage, and the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare.
Planning on jumping back into the magic right away?
As long as an audience waits with bated breath, they will be valiant. And also,
Yes.
now that my partner has disappeared, Magnifique's repertoire is mine. Valiant Grammery has the tradition to uphold.
Is that true?
Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me. Verdict or no. And you can't pay for that kind of publicity.
The suspicion on you hasn't been lifted entirely, Valen. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnifique's instructions as your partner.
So I was, but only Zach Grammery followed them. Let us not speak anymore of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot.
I'm more interested in learning something else, actually.
What might that be?
I want to know what Magnifique had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him?
The trick up his sleeve. Perhaps you do not know.
Know what?
A great magician never reveals his secrets.
Oh my god.
This mechanic.
I didn't think it would be that easy.
The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight.
My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case. It could show me the locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all, and the Magatama ends it.
We still have the Magatama.
I find it a little hard to believe that this is happening to Phoenix and Maya's in here like, are you okay?
It's only been a day. She's still on her way.
She's on her way right now. Like, you just wait, Phoenix. I'm gonna give you such a hug.
Aw.
Do we want to try the Magatama now, or?
That might as well. See what he wants, right?
3D!
Oh, that's 3D. Was it always 3D?
No.
Oh,
Did you know this game was made for the Nintendo DS?
yeah.
Whoa!
I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. I don't know shit. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find. To ask someone to take a life, even one not long for this world, that's asking someone to commit murder.
Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves and dramatic finales.
And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? My guess is it was a matter of life or death.
Care to explain?
Your troupe lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier, the better. And flashy so often means danger, doesn't it? Oh.
Let us make this as painless as possible. If you approve of this danger, then show it.
Real gun.
Actual gun.
Why, that's one of ours.
Specially designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet, one shot.
One kill. Wait, no. What are you suggesting?
That you had one kill.
No!
Mm.
We are magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers.
I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valent. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident.
Sackett, Valance, quick draw, shoot 'em. How long has it been since those shots were last heard?
Was the shoot 'em canceled because someone might get hurt?
Of course! What other reason could there be?
Well, it could have been canceled because someone had already been hurt.
Fascinating! My Faustian forging friend.
Yeah.
But
I'm
tell
gonna punch
me...
you.
Good luck, there's a plexiglass between us.
Guard,
Through
help
the
me.
glass.
Wait, no! But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol?
Well, tell me what would have happened if there had been an accident. What if one of your bullets took a life on stage?
The performance of magic is not concerned with what-ifs. It is concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim we shot?
Looks like I've chosen the right path. Let's just hope he walks it with me. A life was sacrificed so that the show might go on, and this shows who it was.
Is there a photo of the troop somewhere?
Don't think here.
Because I remember seeing like an image of the Grey Murray troop, and there was like a woman.
I hate this bug. It's my least favorite bug.
Yeah.
The ripped up page. Now I see that everything has been a setup. Also, I would present forged evidence to the court.
Oh, I pressed B too many times, but I don't think we had any pictures.
Yeah, I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little bit more legwork.
Okay. We'll be back.
And then I'm gonna punch you.
Good luck! Do we just go in order?
Sure, why
Sure.
not?
Oh, this is the present. Or wait, no. It's
No.
not. Sorry.
The other side is the present. 7 years ago. Didn't think I'd be back here for a while. I didn't want to have to remember that day.
Me just read this!
Blah blah blah
Deeply
blah.
I don't want to relive this memory. This is a bad memory. Oh, this one was ambivalent, I guess. Bye, Zach. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye forever, Mr. Enigmar.
All right, Sabs.
Sips.
When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge, but now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate. That's
Jay.
What of me is it?
Don't
just
worry
words for now.
about it.
Just words for now.
Hello you there, sir.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Meekins!
I gotta go find a button, I guess.
Meekins, I missed you.
It's Meekins.
Ark, how long have you been... Ark, how long have you been waiting on this alongside me?
I mean, since the series started, right?
Oh no. Okay. it
didn't work.
Alright.
That's the wrong voice one.
Down on the hands. Oh, look at this. Down on the hands. No, no, no.
Wait, what's the big idea? My ears!
No, authorized person allowed in here.
But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed.
Zoink! I just said it like it was. Oh, said it like it was, sir. It's usually wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet.
We've met before, haven't we? On a case 2 years ago?
9 years ago? No,
What time?
that's her.
Huh?
Wait.
Huh?
Eh?
Very important here.
Let me live my life. For me, working on a case is always the present or progressive tense, sir.
There is no past on the now, sir.
Okay, you're the bailiff, right? This is the Boffleaf!
Is this the
The
Boffleaf?
Boffleaf!
The fun part
This
is
is the
you've always
Boffleaf.
given him the same voice.
It's been me
Not
the whole time.
knowing.
Whole time.
Has it
I'm
really?
a goddamn mastermind the entire time.
Clearly
The
not
best
since
plot twist of the series.
clearly not since the beginning, because he was a police
Yeah,
officer
but-
until the end of year
Yeah.
one. But
But-
still.
Yeah.
But the fun part is Jay has just kept it going, so I was like, I need this reveal to happen today.
Okay, you're the bailiff, right? Boffleaf?
Yes, sir, quote Boffleaf, Mike Meek at your service, sir.
I've asked to meet with the Boffleaf at this court who let the magician escape. You left us open.
Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir.
Slytherin.
Hi.
It was me, sir.
But you were a regular police officer once, right? Don't remember that, sir.
Sometimes good things happen to bad people.
No.
And
Jay,
sometimes-
I need you to turn that voice off and try that line again.
It won't turn off.
The very
I'm
big
stuck.
thing.
He really
Is-
stuck.
Is your stream
This
deck
is-
malfunctioning?
This is
You
so
don't
Meek and
know
Square.
that.
Hey, it's back.
Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir.
Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing.
I'm dying. Full stop. Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my girl, my friends and my girl, and even my girl.
What? Even your wall, you mean? Guess I wasn't the only victim.
Aww.
Label me victim too.
Yeah, it's okay.
Gun.
Victim 2. Any thoughts on this, Mr. Beacons?
This is an honor. Sir, I've offered my opinions on plenty of things, even things I knew nothing about.
But no one's ever asked my opinion before.
Now, there's no need to shout, really. So, no opinion?
None. I know nothing about that, sir.
I made a mistake. There's one character with this song that is good. But I thought, oh, never mind.
You're right.
The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform.
Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this, but last year, tragedy struck a rising star at the precinct. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days. They fired me.
That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing.
So here I am, sir, first to start from square one, a lonely ball for leaf.
But your uniform.
I took it with me as a souvenir of the day I was fired.
That can't be legal. No. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day.
I'm dying. Stop. A star rises among the court bas reliefs, full of hope. Then tragedy strikes.
Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Zach Gramarie's disappearance? That's enough of that!
No, it's not.
Never!
Stop it!
Why, yes, I'd say it was around 2 p.m. when I heard the commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slammed open, slam, and some guy's face is right in front of my face.
So you saw someone suspicious coming your way?
Yes, and I, being a bas-relief of little standing, I gave chase. I chased that silk cat all the way down the hall, sir.
I have a diagram of the court building here.
There's courtroom number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself, nary a friend to call my own.
Okay. And which way did Zach Gramarye run after bursting through the courtroom door?
He went in like this and around the corner like that. So I, with no delay, and after him with no delay, and when I turned the corner with no delay, he gave me a delay. I saw the magic hand run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly I ran.
No delay.
Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why? I remember it was like right here, because it was lobby number 2, sir.
You ran into this room. I don't see any place to hide in here.
Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. Here, in this room, the magician gone, vanished like a puff of smoke.
Except there wasn't even any smoke. He was just gone.
That's impossible.
Yes, that word. Oh, how many times have I heard that word? Even the sound of it causes me indescribable delay. I'm dying.
Yeah, we know.
Twice even.
Okay, I won't say it again, I promise.
I'm dying over here.
He's dying over here, but you have to admit, it's difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby?
I searched.
Why the pause?
There was nothing at all, sir. Nothing with hell, sir. Nothing at all.
How can you talk so loud and still be hiding something?
I have no cyclops.
So Zach was in this room when he vanished.
Absolutely, sir. I saw it with my own eyes. Eyes. The red silk hat, that flowing cape.
Yes, Red.
He ran. Wait.
Weird function of the megaphone.
Slap, slap.
He ran right in there, right inside this room.
Just hits the megaphone a couple times just to change the voice.
Silk hat, cape, white roses. That's Zach, all right.
But sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do, but nothing, sir.
Well, what about now? Have any ideas?
Sir! I just, exactly, sir, if you don't mind me asking.
You've had quite a bit of time since then. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that?
Another one of these.
Oh, he's only got 2.
Look how I fit in here.
Good try.
Rotating GIF.
Just throw this meter chuck at his head. Okay, Mr. Meekins. What do you know? Spit it out.
Hey, what's with the apostrophe in here all of a sudden?
Apostrophe?
Impossible.
What's with the atmosphere?
Yes, that too?
You know something, and I'm gonna find out what, buddy. Zach Gramery vanished from this room. How'd he do it?
What's I can't say as I, sir.
Why are you so nervous if you aren't hiding something?
Well, sir, I just see, at the time, sir, I was here. And... Listen, it was impossible.
What can such a little girl possibly do anyway?
What did you just say?
Look, sir, did I just say something, sir?
No, you screamed it through that megaphone of yours. There was someone else. There was someone else in the room, wasn't there? Hmm?
Sir, I'm gonna have to revoke my right to remain in a state of not talking.
It's okay, Meekins. You don't have to tell me who Zach's accomplice was. I know who was here in this room that day.
It was you!
Little Tootsie.
Pussy.
Tootsie.
Sir, I
Circle.
Oh, circle.
I know the scroll.
Wait, sir.
The sprite.
I've never seen that girl until the other day.
I've never seen that girl until just the other day.
Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it.
I'm not asking for your money.
That's good.
Sir! Sir, that day she was here in the room, sir. But he wasn't!
You mean you chased her into this room, not him?
Sir, in my days as a police officer, these many days, I've learned a thing or two that don't include heights. Okay, it's just one thing, but it was how to not make us not to make mistake the girl with the 7 feet tall.
One word at a time.
Goodness. 7 feet? Zach isn't that tall, is he? I feel like I have to draw a breath.
This works for Meekins.
Yeah, it does.
I'm so glad.
You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zach Gramery. But you saw something. And therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar?
That's a dead man.
This gun!
Gun.
Gun!
Did we come back later?
I guess we come back later.
I mean, I don't have enough evidence right now. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Okay.
Plant.
Not Charlie. You know, I think this was the lobby I used for my very first case. This plant has seen me grow from a rookie to an ace to a has-been. I hate you, plant. Just kidding.
How could I hate you?
I hate you, Plant. You'll never be Charlie.
I actually took a nap on that couch once while I was still practicing law. Actually, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That was the first trial of chapter 2, game 2. I think.
That too, yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, was that a mistake. I never even sit on the lobby sofas now.
Oh yeah.
I never let my clients sit on them either. It's bad luck. Nobody do it. You will lose all memory.
Evil couch.
Sacred couch!
I must have seen that painting 1,000 times, but I never really looked at it until now.
Have you never been able to investigate in this area?
No, never.
Has it just been straight dialogue every time
I
until
think
now?
so.
I guess my head was too stuck in the trials. I never had time to stop and appreciate art. I have time now. Okay, let's appreciate. I missed my badge. Actually, it's pretty lame. I guess the store was officially a prop in Zach Gramery's last show. He passed through that lobby door and vanished. But to where? He choreographed that entire fateful trial according to his grand scenario. I hate magicians.
You hate a lot of them right now.
I'm not in the best mood at the moment, to be honest.
That's fair.
Still 7
Jaded.
years ago.
Jaded.
Oh, morning, Daddy.
I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you?
I am fine as always. This old boy here is to help me after all. I call him old boy. That's funny.
That's young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks. My first show's today, after all.
Aw. We can never tell this girl what she accidentally did. We can never do that. No.
I'm gonna
2 weeks.
I'm gonna get traumatized.
Nah.
Yay!
Twama!
2 weeks had passed since then. I called her into my office.
Oh no.
You're not
I'm
in trouble.
traumatized.
You're not in
No.
trouble.
Traumatized.
The what? Twama!
Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around. This is hard to say, but
Do you have a 401k, Trucy?
you have no living relatives. So, I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. This is so weird.
Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Huh? Really?
So, if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family?
Huh? I guess so. Getting weird. No, thanks. This is good.
Mr. Attorney,
Actually, why don't you call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
okay. Say, Daddy?
She went right into it. I was
Wow.
Yes?
You're my new dad.
If I move here, I have to switch schools, right?
Oh.
And I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year. So thanks, Daddy.
I'm
Oh, and this office? It's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know? Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this.
I love you, Trucy.
Trucy, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 8.
This many.
But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me, and you'll do just fine, Daddy.
Last time we dealt with a young professional, it was for Karma. Francisca.
Yeah, but we like her.
Yeah. I should call your Aunt Franny.
The end.
Why does it feel like she's already in charge?
You're a pushover.
Because I am.
Plant.
Charlie, hey! My mentor's favorite plant, Charlie. I guess watering Charlie is my only real job now. Wait, I have a child now. I can't feed Trucy like this.
I have a child.
She probably needs more than the occasional watering too, I'm guessing.
I am with child.
It was very
I'm a
important.
dad! An old movie poster hangs on the wall. I finally found out the title after not knowing for the longest time. What was it? I actually rented the movie the other day and cried my eyes out. Just thinking about it makes me tear up. Wait, it's just allergies, really? I should show it to her when she's a little older. Wait, what was it called again? No, Phoenix. You still see that hotel from the window there. Every time I look out, I think back on those old cases. Yeah, 2 cases now. I wonder if the view looks different now that I'm not wearing my old badge.
I really dig the far-out view, Daddy.
Well, thanks. She must have learned a lot of words from her parents. My desk. Not that I have any reason to sit there anymore. I guess Trucy can use it. It's great for studying math, English, geography, magic. I'm not crying. I just got some dust in my eye.
Oh.
I'm a dad.
Aww.
He's a dad.
Quite the collection of law books. My mentor bought all of them. I used to be too busy to read them. Now that I have the time to read them, there's no need. But I can't just sell them. Maybe Trucy will want to read them someday. Nah.
Not crying over that one. Hey, Trucy.
Eh?
Look at this gun I found.
Hey, Trucy, this is a gun.
How did she know how to do that?
It's a handgun. How does she know how to do that?
She shadowed the hedgehog.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
I'm still just training to be a magician. I can't make things disappear yet.
So what?
Wait 1 more year. I'll be able to make it disappear then.
I'll be sure to be careful when showing evidence to magicians in the future.
She's so cute.
So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right?
You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that.
Dead in the eyes.
It's actually kind of hard for me, for Daddy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that.
You what?
Actually, that's pretty accurate, I guess.
Oh, OG daddy, OD.
Original
So-
Daddy.
Here's my idea. We'll make a new office.
Garfield and OD.
Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one will be my friend at school that way.
Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know much about anything other than law. Or even much about law, if you were to ask some people.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent?
You've got me, don't ya? I'm a professional.
Very true. A professional.
Yep. After all, I am directly descended from the famous Zach Gramery.
Directly descended. He's your father.
Oh.
Oh.
And now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright, too.
Oh.
That's exactly how it works.
I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego.
Debbie.
Could you tell me a bit more about your dad, Zach Gramery?
Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy.
Which daddy was that again?
Daddy's so amazing.
OD.
The biggest star of Troop Gramery. And they're big.
The Tubis family?
The Gramerys. They were on television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zach and Valiant Gramery together, you know. Once they made a giant waterfall right there on the stage. And this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall.
And then turned into a dragon.
Well, let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top?
I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
I should have brought it up so soon. Oh no.
I wonder what'll happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy?
You'll disappear.
Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother.
But I have magic and a great daddy, even if he is unemployed. You know, I think things are going to be okay.
I wonder if she'll talk about her mother.
I wonder if she'll shut up.
No. So, Trucy, you're a professional.
Yes. It's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs?
Huh? They say that?
I always thought it was funny, though.
What was?
Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid.
Right. So, in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy.
That's right. Well, you want to see a trick?
You're gonna do a magic trick? Please
Yes,
show
obviously
me.
show me.
Show me the
Yes.
trick. Come on.
So
Actually,
show it to me.
I would like to see your trick. Show me. The future of the agency depends on it, after all.
That's the spirit. Ready? Here goes. Ta-da!
Huh?
How
Hey,
do you
Bugs.
already have this?
It's Mr. Hat. I gotta say, it's good to be seen.
How did you hide that?
Notice
No
that
way,
she is
Hat.
not. Notice that she's not quite as good at it yet. Like he's hanging with his mouth open and like she's moving a little more. Yeah. Whoa,
Maybe
that
he's
was
hollow?
that was startling.
The amazing Mr. Hat. Isn't he great?
Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service. He certainly makes an impression.
Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy.
Though my routines do get a bit heady at times. Ha! Get it? Heady! Ha ha! Wait. My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart attack. Evidence.
Strangely realistic.
Oh,
I just a
That's
picture
fine.
like this.
could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay?
Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage.
Mom.
On stage? You mean with your daddy?
Yup. She was always there with Zack and Balance smiling. But then, she went away.
Went away?
It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished. And I guess she didn't know how to get back.
Maybe so.
I cried then, a lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
Huh?
Oh.
She.
Did Daddy shoot Mommy?
This is your mother? She's beautiful.
Her name's Thalassa. Thalassa Grammary.
The lass of Grammary. Got it.
The last
I
of
thought it was the
Grammary.
last, but she's not the last one.
The last of Grammary.
No, she is the last of Grammary.
Yeah, the last.
Not last. Last.
She's the only girl.
Girl.
Oh,
She's
I
the girl
gotcha.
of Grammary, yeah.
The Grammarette.
Poor
Yes.
girl. I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. And now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes.
Hey, Daddy, you won't.
Don't worry, I won't vanish, I promise.
Right.
Hmm.
You can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan.
Huh?
Daddy always said to have a backup plan.
Backup daddy. I guess all I
Daddy.
rate as is a backup
BD.
daddy. I know. Thank you. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that.
It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready.
He's not ready.
The Right Talent Agency opens tomorrow.
What? But are we representing anyone?
Me and you. That makes two, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent, Trucy.
Oh, I'm sure there's something you're good at.
Well, when you put it that way.
Wasting air.
You mean, you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do. A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket.
Okay, I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy.
Welcome to the team, Daddy-o. The team, there's right.
Nick should be your lovely assistant.
Aww. Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she was my life. Aww. So sweet!
One segment done.
We did it! Finished a bit.
And the future has nothing.
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 Oh, studio.
"7 years ago."
In a galaxy far, far away.
Oh,
Wow.
Someone was very sad.
JB.
Jay probably.
I figured you'd come here sooner or later.
I
We're gonna
decided
see
on
baby.
sooner. Baby Vera.
His daughter.
Baby Vera. Maybe.
Yeah.
I decided on sooner. Drew Masham, was it?
I haven't done anything illegal.
And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions.
I suppose you have that right.
Blah 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 blah.
No. This isn't.
Oh.
Oh,
You're right. You're right. No, you're good. Go back down.
Well,
That day, the entire court descended into chaos.
It's still
That's
also
the line we're starting from.
You up,
It's you,
JB?
Jay.
Wait. Oh, that day the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching, a single tear going down your cheek. I admit, it made quite an impression on me.
Flashback, which doesn't necessarily mean flashback dialogue.
I mean, every other case it has, but
You know.
I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations.
Phoenix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can.
I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched intensely. You,
baby,
Baby.
baby.
Baby! Oh!
I'm gonna be
Gone.
goth.
Teddy bear drawing pad.
Oh, and this is my daughter. Vera, try to say hello. Come on, we practiced this.
Goodbye.
I love the idea of him practicing saying hello with her with people. Aw,
Yeah.
she's gone.
Shall we begin then?
Gone.
Gone.
Mr. Measham, I was wondering if you could tell me about this.
I've not been in touch with the outside world for some time now. Is that a goddamn gun?
I want to take a closer look.
I'm sorry. That isn't making much of an impression to me.
Oh, so now he's the sensitive artist. Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten.
Yeah.
Sure, all you did was make a copy. But that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me.
I knew it would be difficult to escape this.
Then let's talk.
Yay. Anything to look at over here? Nice painting.
What's this painting here?
Oh, that's one of mine. It's an illustration for a book. How to say hello. It's not on sale yet, of course, but I thought it might be a good business. As a father, I like to be able to put food on my daughter's table and have a daughter that says hello.
Not a feeling I know anything about. At least not yet.
Oh.
Do you think that this place is improved over time as a result of the money that he made from the forgery that Phoenix just used?
Probably, yeah.
Didn't they move? Well,
It's not seem like
that
the
lab
same
implies
place.
that it's the same place.
Yeah.
Didn't the letter say that it was going to give him $100,000?
It did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the letterbox is gone, yeah.
Don't have that yet.
Yeah.
Oh, going home by any chance? Get out.
No, I was just checking out the door.
Leave.
He's so disappointed you're not leaving.
Good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that. No, you're gonna stay in the room with the angry man for a while. Paints are scattered all around, probably the ones he's currently using. There's something very artistic about a messy room. Not that this is
Let me
anything
look
compared to
around.
my office. I guess that would make my office a masterpiece. Give yourself a little credit, Phoenix. It looks better than this. There is some finished painting stacked over here. They don't look all that bad, really. Oh,
I'll sell you one for 50 cents.
that's okay. They look kind of heavy.
Oh.
Maybe he needs to work on his sales technique a bit. Yeah, just sidle on over here for close enough.
I tried to.
Click, click.
Oh yeah, Nick was an art major,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
I tried to sell my paintings to a guy once, but he lost his friends, his girl, and his wallet.
Oh no.
Oh damn. It's an awfully small frame. Hey, what's that inside it? Stay.
Oh, please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble.
Huh?
That stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it.
Aww.
That's Zach and Valen, the Grammarys, isn't it?
The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year. When the Grammarys were at the height of their popularity. Before the husband shot the wife.
Not anymore.
No.
Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth.
who went to see one of our shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since.
Aww. Well, hyperfixation.
She watched them every time they came on TV until the end when the husband shot the wife. The stamp's quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it.
Thanks. This is you and Vera?
Oh, yes, yes. We took that one quite recently. I know I'm a painter. Why not paint a portrait instead? But time is money. I've never been that good at people, unfortunately.
Ah, right. Shouldn't you practice?
Are you judging?
I feel like I could judge. It's alright. I'm mad.
That's illegal.
I'm mad.
That's illegal.
I'm mad. Just like imagination. That's an awfully small frame.
Oh, is it? It's not the same.
This commemorative stamp with the Grammarys inside.
Oh.
That's a pretty bottle.
Don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often.
There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing.
Well, that's everything of interest here. Let's leave.
No.
Do we look at the lamp?
Oh yeah, you're right. The lamp. Ah,
Nice.
beautiful.
Okay, we're done.
Let's have a closer
Ghost
look.
trick joke. Ghost trick joke.
Insert ghost trick joke.
What's this red envelope?
Don't touch that. That's quite important.
The painter's face just changed hues. Guess I better behave, though it's tempting to just grab it.
See, it wasn't important. Why didn't you guys trust me?
Is that a half-finished part of the Grammary symbol
I think
on that
so,
board back there?
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You
Yeah.
use
I'm
these gizmos
crazy.
for painting? They're pretty elaborate.
Those. They aren't for painting, they're for analyzing. Paint compositions, age, every conceivable angle.
Tools of the forgery trade, I guess. Paints and pigments are lined up on the shelves, with some noticeable gaps.
It's embarrassing, but I can't afford all the paints that I want. I insist on buying the ones I use with my own money. I can see how you would want to.
Nope.
I can see how you'd want to do that, sure.
Perhaps you've heard of the thing you can make any color? As long as you have the 3 primary colors? Well, it's a lie.
It sure is.
Yep. Sure is a
Poor
lie.
guy.
Turns out all you get is a lot of brown.
There's a lot of brown.
Yeah.
How often have you tried, sir?
You can only get colors that are less vivid than the primaries that you use.
Thrice. Well, if I also bought white, that might help.
But that
No.
no, it makes it lighter, but not like more vivid. if that
It
makes
doesn't
sense.
increase the saturation. That just
Right.
increases the light.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Then I will buy black.
That will decrease the saturation even more.
That's not gonna work.
Judging from this place, you're a painter?
No, sadly, or not a sadly, a probable one. I've never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. would be able to get by if it weren't only me.
Your daughter?
Look how thin she is.
No!
Her mother grew wary of me and left. Said that she married a magician. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That is why I began my other occupation.
Forgeries.
Don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is I do.
Well, Logical, do you expect the judge to remember? Anyways.
It's a long time to remember a guy you saw for a few minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Shakes Judge. Maybe he'll remember now.
Oh,
Like the thing where SpongeBob shaking Mr. Krabs. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. You know, a thing that's kind of like forgeries, but not. Like restorations, duplication. You think I could have done that? I mean, you don't think I had to go into forgeries. And who knows what my copies are used for? Well, I guess you knows.
Yeah, I do knows. Yeah, I'm pretty aware. But some of your works
Yeah.
aren't paintings, correct?
You got me this part for a nickel?
Actually, it was a dime.
Oh.
Got him. You may not believe me when I say this, but that was my first work outside of painting.
What?
To think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial. I never even imagined the possibility.
Then why did you take the job?
Monet. Not the painter, the thing from my pocket.
I think he feels worse about it than I do.
Rockstar money, perhaps?
The past is hard to escape.
Honestly, the sooner I can put this all behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course.
Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll just have to remind him.
We already reminded.
Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did?
It was unlike anything I'd ever attempted before. It was like words.
Were they hard?
I guess it would be a little different from paintings.
That is not what I meant. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy.
This wasn't a copy?
The client gave me two things that day. The first was a sample page as a reference. The second was a printed document I can only surmise was written by the client.
So you used the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote?
Yes. As I said, it was my first job of that nature.
So, who was your client?
We need to go over this. As I said in court, I do not know.
Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester.
I never met them, not personally.
Uh-oh.
Ah, Cyclock, of course. I'm gonna destroy it. You're gonna destroy those. It seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. You dunk dunk. Throws the megatom at his head.
Get stuck in his hair.
Sinks inside. No, get out of there. Come back.
They never come out.
It's part of the green now.
No. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Measham?
I'm sorry, but I really don't know. I never met the client. I didn't do it.
True, when I asked the client's name, there were no psych blocks in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense.
Why are you doing this to me?
Why am I doing this to you? Why am I doing this to you? Come here, buddy. Well, I've made my stand. No backing down now. So, what's Mr. Measham hiding?
A sample? Well, we also know that it's the forger.
Yeah.
Do you want to use future knowledge to try and prompt something out of him, or?
I mean, Phoenix. I don't think there's any way Phoenix would have known that. So.
But
But I am pretty smart.
Control Phoenix.
I am pretty smart. Let's try forger.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Why not?
Sure.
I could pretty much piece together what it is from what you've said.
What is it then?
You told me what you knew about the client. And I couldn't see any cyclops.
No. Cyclops? Is that some sort of aneurysm security?
Asylum, Jay.
No.
Or a new pastime, perhaps?
This allergy's going crazy. But
That's
then
fine.
they did show up, didn't they? Who was your client? Even for such a special request. I'm mad at you. Be mad back. Come on. Not personally. Those words triggered the Cyclock.
Again with the Cyclops. Now I really must know what they are.
No. So you didn't meet with the client. But someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence?
Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business. But I'm afraid you've lost me.
Good. Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about Cyclops. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there.
And your conclusion is?
The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Measham.
Poppity-cock!
Language.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is my work, I tell you. Made here in my studio. Who else could it have been but me?
That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at True Studio is she even a profile?
Trissy!
It was me.
Meekins!
Okay, she is.
There she is.
The less!
Kristoff.
Gavin!
The real forger is your daughter, Vera Measham, isn't it?
Ridiculous! My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been one for landscapes, not surrealism.
Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I've got you now.
Nick,
The only
got
two-
that joke.
The only two people with access to the studio are you and your daughter. The Cyclops tell me you're not the forger. I sound insane. Crazy pants. Which makes your daughter the only possibility.
Why are you so
I can't
outside
use
but so
mine.
correct?
Why are you so correct? Shut up.
This is why I stay inside.
I don't get people. This reinforced him about not getting people. Oh, wrong one.
Encounter with this strange psychic man.
I feel very much on the verge of going psycho-lock myself.
We did it!
Amazing.
Yay!
Very,
Yay.
very confusing Inquisition. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter Vera, not I. She's only 12, a genius of lines, you may call her.
A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently.
Aww.
I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices I brought. I brought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now.
Ah, do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? So Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then?
Actually, the client came once. Here, to this studio.
What? Why didn't you say so sooner?
But their face was covered, and they did not want to talk to me.
So they talked to your daughter.
I will speak only with the artists, the client told me. And then they burst out laughing.
Then that little girl is the key to our mystery client's true identity. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera?
I mean, I think we're done with him.
Fuck you!
Fuck you, Mr. Misham, I have a request.
Let me guess you'd like to speak to my daughter.
I'd like to set up a play date.
Aw.
You're gonna teach her to say hi.
Truce, I need you to get the truth out of her.
Ooh, yeah. Truce would be so great for this bit. Oh. Can I?
My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. She's quite shy, extremely so, actually. With only one exception.
Which was?
Money. Oh, oddly enough, it was that client. I left the studio while they talked. I returned when they had finished, and she was laughing. It was the first time I'd ever seen anything of the sort.
Please let me speak with her.
All right. Good luck.
So I've been under the assumption that it was Clavier that ordered the forgery, but now I'm not sure.
I'm thinking it was Zach Gramery
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
or Valent.
Or
Either.
yeah, Valent.
Uh-oh. This could be tough. Hi. Vera, was it? Would you like to have a friendly chat? I'm Phoenix Wright, ex-lawyer and pianist. I'm still looking for the keys that say do, re, mi. I can't find them anywhere.
Hang on, that's a do, re, mi.
I'm no good at this.
See, he's not good at this.
Do, re, mi.
June, July, August.
I need something to get through to this girl. Same text, maybe? Vera, was it?
Oh, yeah, it's the same text.
Yeah.
Same text.
Do we have anything?
Bring your daughter to work day.
Yeah, we do!
Would like his gun?
No.
Maybe not that one.
What about the stamp? What about the stamp?
What about the gun?
What do you think about this? I think it just made her nervous. I don't know.
Weird.
I need something to grab her attention, but what?
Oh, it's
The
this
locket
page you
has-
made.
The
Hey,
locket,
remember
maybe?
this? Hey, do you know what you did to me?
Or Mr. Hat? One of those two, probably.
No.
What do you think of this?
No.
Huh?
Stamp.
And then there's this.
My stamp.
Hey, she spoke. She could talk. Yeah, so this stamp. How can I keep her talking? Can I have it? I don't think that would work.
Great magicians.
Isn't Troop Grammary amazing? Yes?
Oh,
I especially like those two, Zach and Valen, because they're the only ones I know anything about. I mean, they're just so magical.
aren't they? Aren't they?
Yeah. Whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic, you know?
Me too, me too. I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic. Yeah.
All right, she's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start.
I went and saw them with my father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Grammary Museum of Magic.
Grammary Museum? They have one of those? I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows?
Just once when I was little. With Father.
You're little.
Littler.
Littler.
Oh.
The Grammary's on stage. And it was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting back together. They do it all.
Yeah. Hey, maybe you could keep telling me stuff like this. You know, about Zach and Valen, maybe.
Oh, sure.
All right, better get to asking before she changes her mind.
Oh yeah.
All of it. The whole thing.
All of
Everything
it?
one.
I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here.
Oh, why don't you like the outside?
There's bad people out there.
Well, true, but there are lots of good people too.
Actually, I should tell you.
Oh.
She was almost kidnapped once.
Oh. Kidnapped?
Since then, she's been. Well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house.
I see. She's traumatized. Wait, but that doesn't make sense.
Traumatized.
Traumatized.
Yeah.
Twoozy and where a bond of a traumatization.
Such good
Villain.
friends.
Villain Quosi Twama buddies.
Yeah. She said that she
Trauma
went
patience.
to the Grammarian Museum. With you, in fact.
Ah, yes, actually. She was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me.
That person gave me a good luck charm.
A good luck charm.
For when I absolutely had to go outside.
Yes, apparently she received something of a gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was.
Father, I told you to keep that a secret.
From that client, huh? This I have to hear about.
Later.
So your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things?
I really like painting. A lot. Father's always very happy when I paint them exactly the same.
So you did this too?
Oh, yes. That was my first job.
Your first?
all I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pen slips and the way the writer held the pen and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer.
She seems happy.
Aww.
Odd. Her work was the last nail in the grammary coffin. Don't tell her that. I guess no one has told her.
Let's tell
I
her.
will.
They're the best in the world.
Huh? Oh, you mean Troop Grammary? Of course.
Music's back.
Father gave it to me.
Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it.
I guess I just took it. Yeah.
Lux?
Took it?
Father got a letter
Oh.
from that person.
That person. You mean that letter was from the client?
I hope not.
Oh, we talked about the Grammaries forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it.
They're a sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on her good side. I think they were trying to kill her.
Yeah.
So I hope that it wasn't the grammary.
So you met the person that asked you to do this job. And you talked with them. What's this about a good luck charm you received?
I can't talk about it.
Huh?
If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told.
Yeah, but I really, really have to know. Uh-oh.
Favor the
Yes.
Lux.
Right, time to do some psych unlocking.
Wow!
Wow! Don't throw it at her, just hand it to her. Here, can you touch this for a minute? The client. You seem to trust this client. Quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp.
No, that's not why. They listened to me, to my problem.
The problem that keeps her inside all the time.
Don't go outside if you don't want to. Or if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm.
A good luck charm that your client gave you. I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm?
This photograph of...
No.
You're...
Huh? Wait. I mean, we could try the stamp, but that doesn't sound right.
No, I doubt that.
Do we want to try, but...
We might get hurt for it,
Oh,
But it
no!
but it might be right? I don't know.
Sure, try it.
If this doesn't bring good luck, I don't know what would.
I see. Good luck charms are different for different people, I guess.
Huh? Well, what do you mean?
If you say it's lucky, then it must work for you. That's the beautiful thing about good luck charms.
See that innocent smile? Everyone has a different way of breaking the news. That's the beautiful thing about being totally wrong. I think I might. Nah.
I don't think we
guess
have
I
it yet.
I guess not. I might have. Time to leave. I'm getting out of here. Bye. Time to leave?
I can present something to you.
Can we look at that desk again?
Sure.
No, maybe just have a little click.
Nail polish?
Is everything definitely finished?
Everything's
Yeah.
finished.
Okay. Everything's finished. Maybe we leave then. Okay, now we have choices. What do we want to do?
Detention center.
Okay. Hi, you. I'm mad at you, too.
Hi.
Door. Oh, you know what? Chat actually mentioned something. Can we investigate this? No.
Nope.
Investigate this? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably that. Oh. So this is Trucy's mother, Thalassa. She's pretty. I can picture her on stage with Zach. Still, she looks like a down-to-earth type, too. I guess Trucy takes after her.
That's all.
He wants a gun.
Mr.
Yeah.
Hat.
Yeah, the gun on this first one.
Yeah.
Ah.
I shoot the Cyclock to destroy it. I pointed at the next one.
Watch
Try
me
me.
point that thing. Try me.
Precisely whom do you claim we shot?
Present the locket.
But that's...
Zach Gramarye's wife and Trucy's mother. Thalassa, I believe, was her name.
How can you say this? How can you say she was struck by one of our bullets?
Still in denial mode, eh? Thalassa was at the greatest risk of being shot. And this clearly shows just how much danger she was in. Oh.
Damn it, we don't have that.
We should have known. He has 4 Cyclocks. He's
Yeah.
probably
In this stamp, she's in between you two in the crossfire.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Let's go kick Mickens in the face.
Bye.
Let's see what he's about.
Beacons!
Mickens!
Get your speakers back! Hi.
Look at the stance.
It's very heavy, and I have to
you.
hold it.
Sparing trick. Meekins. Okay, Meekins, I'm gonna yell at you in a minute. Come clean, come on. I know that you know. I know you know, Meekins.
Here.
Child. Meekins.
Beacons.
Come on, Meekins.
Mickey move.
Come here, Meekins. Come on, tell me. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? Huh?
Senor Capo.
Mr. Hat.
This is Hat.
No.
What's that?
That girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She uses it in her show down at the Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar?
So, it wasn't a waking dream, was it, sir?
Come again?
That night, on stage, I saw a vision, except it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat. He really exists.
Nice.
Yay! Thank you.
Thanks.
Nice. Thanks for the heal.
I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague. Zach Gramarye exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him into the corner room, sir. Zach Gramarye, don't even think you can escape me! Down on your hands, floor on your head! Hello?
Something the matter, mister?
No, that's his. Sir, I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir. Zach Gramarye, do you know him?
Oh, I love Zach Gramarye. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan.
I see. That's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing. Yes, yes. Anyway, that very same Zack came into this room.
But no one's been in here except me.
But he has to be here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug.
So Trucy was his accomplice.
Imagine my astonished surprise when, 1 week later, I just happened to walk into the bar and see him!
Mr. Hat.
I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while, I thought it had all been a long dream.
A dream that lasted a week?
But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr.
So her using Mr. Hat in the second chapter, she'd had practice. She'd done it before. Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple.
I find it.
You were standing by the door and out came Zack. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Tiny Hat.
Little Hat.
Aw.
Along with Mr. Hat.
That's her daughter.
Ah, and that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
So, while you are standing in shock and amazement, the magician rounds the corner. And, most likely, runs through the closest door into lobby number 1. This is where you come in. You turn the corner in rather lukewarm pursuit. And at that very moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2. Then, all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat.
Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. Then I saw that cape, and then Zack grabbed a red cape fluttering like a cape.
Silk hat, white roses.
Cape!
Glorious something. Astounding, sir. All my days of posing queries and making inquiries and chasing quarries. It was if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die. Or the shattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait.
Meekins, are you hungry?
Such sweet sorrows. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffered on account of this case.
It's an honor, sir. I apologize to people many, many times. Sometimes more than once.
But this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to.
Actually, about that girl. I'm sort of her guardian now.
Oh, is that so? Sir! Usually I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever into I harbor.
Oh, okay.
I have the definitive escape, and that's the stone cold truth. It's another step on my way to singing the blues, to wearing the blues.
Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great detective Guillaume Chou.
Detective Guamshu.
Mr. Meekins, this is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. if you want.
It's an honor, sir. Sir, I can't count the number of times I've had taken or things taken from me, sir.
But no one's ever given me anything for free.
Right, I will see you in the court next time then, sir.
I look forward to it.
Yay.
Done. All eyes were on Zack Grammary that day in court. court until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery has been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It would be 7 years before I met him again. Oh?
Oh?
Oh.
We meet who?
Does that mean anything?
Huh, you. Oh.
Oh! Oh!
But we don't have time for that.
No, we don't.
Can we look in here for just the briefest of
We
moments?
can
split of
look
seconds?
inside.
What?
Okay.
It's present.
We're back in the Borscht Bowl Club.
Borscht Bowl.
Oh,
Hey,
shit!
You jump
Hi.
scare Kristoff.
Ugh.
Want to just leave it here?
Yes, we will be taking our leave as well. Goodbye, Kristoff.
Yeah, let's just take our
Goodbye.
leave.
Bye, Kristoff.
Goodbye. We took
See
our
you
leave.
next time.
Ooh, oh, jam! This music. Damn.
You never nerd.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I could like watch a timer for 2 minutes to this music.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. This is timer music.
Yeah, sure is. Guys, good stream. Probably
Yeah.
the best stream of Apollo Justice so far, I would say.
I think
It's
so.
been
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
It's been pretty great.
This trial is a lot of people's big contenders for a great case or great trial.
Yeah.
My favorite, nice. I'm excited for more.
Yeah,
Time
Apollo
comes
does
soon.
have like somewhat of a bumpy ride, but when it gets going, it gets going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel a little bit bad that it took until Apollo was no longer the main character. for the
I-
game.
I think
sorry,
even when Apollo is in this trial, it's still good, but it's like when Phoenix joins, it's like, oh, Mystique.
Whoa. Guys, what are we doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're not doing anything. I'm
Yeah.
watching
Oh, yeah, it's
Splatoon with Ham.
Ooh, have
Yeah.
fun. And then Friday.
And then Friday,
is-
Peach.
Time.
Are we
Peach
maybe?
time.
Is there a potential that we might be finishing 2 Mario games?
There is a
this week?
potential that we might be finishing another Mario series game this week.
Mm,
Perhaps.
look forward to it.
We'll see.
So
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna halt all of that momentum.
Oh
for
no.
just a moment.
Oh,
Mm,
Mother, like Meekins.
Meekins.
Meekins with the buffer leaf.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
Meekins with the buffer leaf.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
The whole
yeah.
time.
Yes!
Mhm.
Every-
Like, except for the first
starting
game,
when?
but you know.
Yeah, in the first game, he was still an officer.
But
And I just happened to do like the
Yes.
voice that sounded like.
yes.
Didn't I make a joke at some point that it was Meekins after
Yes!
voicing Meekins?
Yes,
Yeah.
you did!
This is the ultimate like. You can make any calls in this game. Like, oh, I saw the thing happening in the trial. No, I called them Meekins with the buffer leaf. Ah!
Right? That's the most
Amazing.
out there call. I think I even, like, when you did it, I was just like,
He mustn't know. He mustn't know.
You mustn't know.
I
That would
mean-
be the greatest spoiler of all.
do you know how long I've been waiting for this day for you to get the revelation of
cannot believe
Baffa
he
Leaf?
came back.
Right?
You couldn't
Lost
even
my bad
say
soup.
Bailiff, right? That's why it's a buffer leaf.
Jay has
Should
one
probably buffer
today.
leave, huh?
It was Baffa Leaf soup. This part soup.
Buffer leaf soup.
Buffer leaf.
Oh,
Night.
wait. Shit.
Good night, everybody.
What is
Logical.
it, Zaps?
There's extra work this weekend? Oh.
Apparently.
Oops.
Wow.
I didn't know about it.
Huh.
All right.
See you Friday for Pete!
Good night. Bye.